You know, I don't know who this is for, but God has been showing me something very, very, very heavy lately. He's been giving me visions that, that I can't ignore. And I feel like, this message that I'm about to share isn't just for me. It's for somebody out there too. You know what I'm saying? He's been telling me 4 days. I don't know what that means to you. You know what I'm saying? But 4 days. 4 days until, the shift. 4 days until it actually clicks in your mind. 4 days until peace actually finds you again. And I feel this so deeply because I know what it feels like to be tired of waiting. You know what I'm saying? You've been praying, you've been staying consistent, you've been trusting, and you're still wondering when it's finally going to be your turn. But here's the thing. God wanted me to remind you. It's not nothing small, you know what I'm saying? Everything is about to line up. You're in a stage where it's about to make sense. Finally, you're about to understand, why that job had to fall through. Why that boss had to be a goofball to you. You know what I'm saying? Why those relationships had to end. You know what I'm saying? Why those people had to finally walk away. You're about to understand it. Why you had to be in that isolation season that hurt so bad. Why you had to be in confusion and stretching. You know what I'm saying? It's not another, minor blessing that's about to happen. It's a complete reintroduction of who you are and who you're becoming. That is what's going on in 4 days. You're about to understand it. God said the stress is about to fall off of you. That weight you've been carrying, that anxiety that's been sitting with you every day when you wake up, that worry about, how it's all going to work out. And that's a lot of us. It's about to lift. You're about to breathe again. You're about to feel excitement again. You're about to start looking forward to life again. And when it actually happens, it won't just feel like things are getting better. You know what I mean? It'll feel like you're finally becoming you again. That version of you that, you lost in the middle of that heartbreak, in the middle of the confusion, in the middle of trying to keep everything together. God's bringing that version back. But this time with wisdom, with strength, with purpose, you know what I mean? Real purpose. You're about to have new ideas again. You got to believe this stuff. New projects are going to find you. Opportunities are about to start aligning out of nowhere. You're going to meet people who pour into you instead of actually drain you. You're going to find yourself smiling again for no reason. And when it happens, you'll realize it was never rejection. Never. It was just redirection. Every delay was protection. God was preparing something that required what? Silence. See, I know we always pray for it. You were praying for acceleration, but he had to first get rid of everything that was slowing you down. We got to get rid of that stuff. That's why it felt like loss. That's why it felt so lonely. That's why it felt like, you were stuck. But you weren't stuck. You were just being planted. And now it's time to grow. But you got to keep on going. You got to keep on going. See, when God gives you a vision, he doesn't always give you, the full picture. He gives you glimpses. He'll show you, flashes of what's possible, not, the whole process of how it's going to happen. Because if you saw how much pain it would take to become the person that you prayed to be, you probably wouldn't even ask for it. I promise you that. So he hides the process behind closed doors and lets pressure do the work. You know what I mean? But here's the thing about pressure. Pressure, it produces clarity. It reveals what's real and removes what's fake. That's why this last season had to hurt so much. You were losing people. I know this. You were losing motivation, losing direction. But God says you weren't losing. You were being refined. The wrong things had to fall apart for the right things to stand. If you don't take anything away, take that. I say it again. The wrong things had to fall apart for the right things to stand. 4 days. That's the number that's just been in my spirit. It's been in my spirit heavy. And maybe that's not literal for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Of course not. But it's symbolic. It means soon. It means right before it happens. You know what I'm saying? It means that you're not just close, you're on the edge of it. That's what that means. God is saying, don't move out of position right before it shows up. That's what he's saying. You've been faithful when nobody saw it. You've been obedient when it didn't make any sense. You've been quiet when you could have clapped back. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And it's been plenty of times you could have clapped back. You've been consistent when nobody was clapping for you. And because of that, there's a shift that's already started. You may not see it yet, but it's happening in that background. Trust me. The calls, the confirmations, the connections, they're aligning. And I can see it happening in my life. The same way you stumbled across this video right now is the same way your blessing is about to stumble across you. But you got to stay in there. You got to stay in there. If you quit, it's not going to happen. Everything that felt like it was draining you is about to release. God says, your tired season is over. The version of you that had to, fight to survive is no longer needed where you're going. You're about to step into a season of peace that just does not make sense. I'm feeling it right now. A season of blessings that feel too good to be true. And that's something that I struggle with. A season of purpose that makes all your past pain look small. And when it happens, you'll look back and you'll realize he never actually left you. He was teaching you how to depend on him. That's what was going on with me. He was teaching you patience. He was showing you, what was real, who was real. He was protecting your names in rooms you didn't even know existed. And now everything that was taken, every delay, every disappointment, every unanswered prayer, it's about to be redeemed. Know that. Believe that. So don't rush this moment. Don't complain about where you are. Too many of us is doing that. You are standing in the middle of a setup. This silence, it's I always say it, it's just the training grounds. It's preparation. You know what I'm saying? He's about to, turn your endurance into evidence. And when it hits, it's not going to trickle. It's going to overflow. You deserve that. You got to believe that. So 4 days, maybe 4 days from now, you'll wake up and something inside of you may just feel lighter. Maybe 4 days from now, you'll get that text, that call, that opportunity. Maybe 4 days from now, you'll finally stop crying over something that doesn't deserve your tears anymore. I don't know. Maybe 4 days from now, the very thing you've been praying about will be sitting right in front of you. It happens like that. I don't know what it is, but I know it's closer than you think. I can feel it. I can see it. And I know you can too. So hold on. Don't give up. Don't overthink. Don't talk yourself out of, what you prayed for. Keep moving, keep believing, keep preparing because it's about to show up. And when it does, you'll understand everything. Why it had to end, why it had to hurt, and why it had to happen this way. You know what I mean? You got this, my friend. You got to stay in there. You got to hang in there. And check it. If this message spoke to you and, you're in between season where you need to let go, but you're scared to, that's why I created something just for you. It's that brand new ebook. That ebook called Letting Go When God Says So. It's a step-by-step guide to releasing what no longer is meant for you. So you can, finally make space for what God's trying to give you next. You know what I mean? It's not just a book, man. It's practical steps, practical spiritual wisdom that'll help you stop clinging to what God already called you out of. You know what I'm saying? So if you're ready to let go with grace, click that link. Let's get it. Y'all know I'm yapping, man. But I love you guys. It's about to happen for you. Don't give up before it does. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. You got that strength in you. You got it. Keep going. Peace. Till next time.